Boom, boom, boom. How do we do this? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, if you're out there anywhere in the ether, let me know by sending a message into the chat of YouTube. This is an experiment tonight. And who's to say what's actually going to happen? Am I? No. Are you? Maybe. It's a hangout Dungeons and Dragons role-playing party. Every once in a while, we just slowly tune down the slideshow volume. And then you turn it off. And hello, welcome. This is Level Up with Louie. That's a message from me right there. This is a message. This is the first in a series of live streams about how to play Dungeons and Dragons and how to set up your streams. I don't know if anybody will show up tonight. That doesn't matter. What matters is that I can look somebody in the eye and say, hey, I streamed to YouTube finally. It took me 6 months, but we did it, ladies and gentlemen. So cheers to that. I'm worried that message up on the screen is going to be there forever. Let's go to another camera and see. Yes, there it is still. That's the beautiful thing about the Level Up with Louie live stream. There are multiple cameras. And then there is me clicking around, seeing how things work, going to live chat. Okay. Again, this is the first live chat. Nobody knows how this works. Nobody's ever been in a live chat before. This is your first time streaming, welcome. That message over here was supposed to fade at some point, but maybe not until more messages show up. And then always the last message will be there. Interesting though, I like that. Let's see if another message shows up if I type in the chat. Wow, look at that. Oh no, it didn't show up. Maybe it will though. There's probably some sort of delay. And this is why we're streaming, friends. So I can figure out the delay. I can see if I have a real mohawk. I don't know if that's the right thing to call it anymore, even. I mean, what do you call a hairstyle? Do I have the right hairstyle? I feel like I have the right look right now. This chat window is going to bother me. But I do feel like I have the right look right now. For not if, I was about to say if, but for when the apocalypse happens. I'm going to double click on this chat box. Let's see what happens there. Maybe I'll get some options. And what we'll do is go to a BRB screen in the background. Ooh, there we go. So let's see if that made the message disappear. I'm going to type in another message here. Again, this is just a tester tonight, but if you're out there, look at that. This is another message. Level up with me, Louie. Now will that disappear and fade? If it does, we've achieved the magic. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. in the distance, you hear some sort of... Look at these two lights here. Maybe I'll have to use some sort of tap there. I hope somehow you have tuned in to Level Up with Louie live stream. And if you're there in YouTube, I guess send me a message. But maybe nobody wants to actually send a message in YouTube. That's the problem. How often do you really type a message in YouTube? Do you have to make an account? Who are you? Do you want your real name to show up? Maybe not. And that's where we'll never know. We'll just have to hang out here, slap some bugs out of the air. There is a tiny spider making a web somewhere right around here, everyone. Right around here. And don't think they're not. And this is the sort of magic that I knew was going to happen as we dove into the beginning of these live streams on YouTube. It would be hard to get everybody over from Twitch and from Facebook. I don't know if anybody believes in live streaming on YouTube, but today I do. I don't know where else the best place to live stream is. I mean, Twitch is fine. But it might not be mine. Huh? And that's a saying for the ages. That's something to put on a t-shirt. In fact, you can even write down, something is fine. Huh? But it ain't might oughta be mine. Huh? Now that's a saying we can all get behind, right? Like we've all heard of this before. Something is fine. But ain't might oughta be mine. And that's just a saying for the ages. And we all know that. We've all heard it. We all love it. And as we all know, some people like it, love it, gotta have more of it. It feels like Cold Stone Creamery was 100 years ago at this point. Welcome to the land of Faerun. This is where some of Dungeons and Dragons begins. The world of Toril. We are on Earth. We have a star called Sol, which is our sun. Good times. Odd that this isn't my Tuesday or Wednesday philosophy stream, so let's not get into it, but sun. This is a tester stream. If you are out there somehow on the YouTube internet and you are like, oh, I'm searching for a strange Dungeons and Dragons live stream, maybe me just saying that word has somehow brought you over. And now you are experiencing a 30 frames per second, 1280 by 720 YouTube on your phone experience. Or maybe you're just watching this later and wondering, hey, Louie, can you make even more shiny, glossy, glowing lights on your forehead? I can. Those are where the horns go, my friends. Plink them on there in a meme later. Or don't. This Dungeons and Dragons stream is brought to you by Elijah Craig. A whiskey that I was tricked into by the people at the whiskey market today. So cheers to the whiskey market. Let's give you some music and a be right back screen. As I look on my phone and figure out if anybody else is watching this live stream. YouTube and a YouTube and a YouTube indeed. YouTube and a YouTube and a YouTube for me. YouTube and our tube and their tube. Everyone has a tube. Tubing, our tubing, their tubing. Everyone has a tube. These are the sounds tubes. If you're out there, write something in the chat. I don't know how to deal with that. Seems like there's a significant delay. But that, my friends, is okay. Chitty chat chat, chitty chat chat, chitty chat chat chat. Chitty chat chat, chitty chat chat. How about that? Write something in the chat. Please write something in the chat. Well. Welcome back to Level Up with Louie. I see we might have up to one viewer. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. If you are the one viewer just weirdly watching this stream live, you have no idea who I am or no idea where you are in the universe. This is Level Up with Louie's stream of adventure. I like being here with you, no matter who you are. Maybe for quite some time now, you've been wondering to yourself, how do I play Dungeons and Dragons? I might have some friends. Sure, we all do. I might even have some enemies or polite acquaintances that would like to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I want to get involved. How, Louie? Why? Easier than you think. Dungeons and Dragons is centered around what's known as a role-playing tabletop game experience. You are players. I am the Dungeon Master. You are players, and I am the Dungeon Master. Together, we tell a story of high adventure, calamity, combat, exploration, and role-playing. How much are you required to do? Well, if you're a Dungeon Master, way more than you think. But if you're a player, not as much as you imagine. In fact, with a simple character sheet downloadable at littleempire.com, some statistics and numbers. Games always have a couple numbers. Also a set of polyhedral dice. Plato's 5 solid platonics. You can be adventuring in no time. Alright, YouTuber out there, the one lone YouTuber. There is a crazy delay, I think, on this. If I press live, I can actually see how live I am. I see, it's much better. So far, I'm enjoying streaming on YouTube. Mainly because I get the signs of these horns here. Please, somebody Photoshop horns in there. You're missing an upper scrutiny. Now, if you are If you're interested in becoming part of Level Up with Louie and Little Empire, 1, teach me how to wear a cloak, and 2, you could be an unpaid intern. Imagine all the adventure you can get into. Hey, message me somehow through the internet. Dungeons and Dragons. You have your character sheet. Who are you? What do you do? You might have a sword in one hand and a trash can lid in the other. A shield, impromptu, though it is. Still a +2 to your armor class. Numbers! When playing Dungeons and Dragons, most of your combats and interactions are settled with the roll of a 20-sided die. The higher the number, the better your chances of success. As you see here, you roll a 20-sided dice against possibly an armor class or a difficulty check. I'm just hoping someone's out there listening in. Look at that. K&R Armory, Shannon. And over here, his son made this one. Has turtles on it. This is one of my favorite bracelets. It has turtles on it! After rolling those 20-sided dice, you compare the number you rolled. You might have a bonus, a plus, or a minus, to an armor class or a difficulty check. You're trying to get that number or above. And this is how you move the story along in Dungeons and Dragons. Alright? We're telling a story. You walk into Rainy Woods. You step into wet leaves. You need to roll a perception check. So you roll a 20-sided die. You get a 17. Maybe you're good at perceiving, so you get a +2 or 3. You've now got a 20 against a difficulty check of noticing that there are some goblins in the bushes in the distance. A difficulty check of only 15. You notice them. There's another dice roll behind the Dungeon Master's screen. Over here. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Dungeon Master's screen. The Dungeon Master might make a dice roll. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There are a lot of buttons on this device, all right? Not my fault. Not my buttons. I see you out there, people. I don't know if you can comment, or if you can chat, or if you're just kind of watching this on the side. This is Level Up with Louie. Stream Adventure, Midnight Madness. We're playing a little Dungeons and Dragons. I'm trying to explain it mostly so that I can cut this down to a video that I've been meaning to make for the last couple weeks. But also, if you have any interest in playing Dungeons and Dragons, I hope to... Well, hold on. Something's not working here. Can you hear that sound? No? No, not that one either. All right. Gosh darn it. 3 viewers. This is our most viewers we've ever had in an evening on this testing of Stream of Adventure. Now, when I press this button, it's supposed to play a song. But I can't hear it up here. So what does that mean? And it looks like this wavelength is not connected any longer. So we go over to the wavelength software and see, yes, it's playing out some audio. But we don't hear anything, do we? And this is the sort of thing we're checking. There's some audio. All right. You guys look at this slideshow for a moment. Again, this is just a test of the Stream of Adventure. There we go. Figured it out, everyone. Figured it out, everyone. Figured it out. You know what it was? There's too many buttons on my button box. All right. I see you out there. 4 viewers, friends, countrymen, Romans, lend me your tears. If you haven't cried lately, I recommend it. I almost broke down crying today. Just because. Now, this Stream Deck's acting a little funky. This is part of what we're doing tonight. We're figuring out how the heck all of this works. If you're out there, it's evening. Good day, sir. Thank you for commenting. We are trying to make all the little buttons magical. And sometimes, like this music that just keeps going. Yeah, thank you. Hello! Hello, friends. You're checking in on... Look at this. Your comments are right here. I'm trying to make different audios work in different ways. Yes, I'm still here. Hello, Sydney. Deets. Welcome. This is the first test of Level Up with Louie in the YouTube verse, where I'm hoping to stream more when we talk about things like Dungeons and Dragons, or other stuff like that. We knocked down the audio there of the tavern sound because somehow it is just not shutting off. I'll tell you that. You hear it? There it is. In the background. I'm trying to get back into streaming, yes. Yeah, alright, yeah. D7D, yes. Look at this is a test too. This is a test of the comments showing up, and I enjoy that. Will they show up? Yes, they're on other screens as well. That way somebody in the future can look at this and go, wow, people were writing. What is a D20? Right here. I feel like, again, thank you for being here. This is just a test of the system. This is to see if any of this even works. Dungeons and Dragons. You have all these things. You roll a d20. And then you figure out maybe you jumped a chasm. Maybe you cast a spell effectively. Let's see if this works. So, maybe you did that. And you rolled your d20. And you got some good numbers. And you struck out and cast a spell against this evil small creature. Humanoid size, I guess. He's just as tall as you. You might be a wizard. Just casting spells. Bow! You roll a d20. This is a 17 here. And that's a good roll. Maybe you're trying to hit an armor class of 13 and you do some damage. And depending on what sort of weapon you have, that determines the sort of damage you're doing. Right? Let's see if this tavern music's still going. How did it stop? Maybe this music will change it. No, that tavern's still going. What we can do is try to delete that. No luck. I'll tell you something. This system is kerflacking itself. You're in dungeons. You're in dragons. You're swinging a sword. Maybe you have a dagger or a hammer. You only roll a d4, which is one of those caltrop looking triangle type dice. Like this. And it's a 4. You do 4 points of damage, right? Now, if you have a weapon like a mace or a spear, you're going to roll a d6, which is a classic. You know what? We all know the d6. 6 and a 5. If you have a weapon... Wait, what do you mean if you have a weapon? You might have one of these weapons. A bow, an axe, a great axe. It seems like in the past I pressed so many buttons, too many buttons. Do you hear like tavern music going on? A hexahedron, the octahedron, the pentagonal tricogarhedron. All right, somewhere Right? So I pressed play on this tavern music a while ago. And then somehow, this tavern music has just stuck. I've even deleted it from the stream deck. You can kind of see the stream deck here on the action cam. And so this allows me to adjust the volume and make some minor changes to the type of music. But now it got stuck on playing one audio, and I can't get it to change. I go over to the stream deck. Maybe if I quit that. Or is it the wavelength? There's so many different audio settings on here. There we go, I switched over. Oh no, coming back, it's still there. Oh no, that's some hobbits. That's some hobbits hanging out. But I want to switch the music, but I can't. And that's why we do test streams. So I can spend one whole day, maybe tomorrow or the next day, just going through and figuring out what the heck went wrong and then realizing nothing and it just kerflaffled. Maybe if we do, maybe we can unadd. Ooh, I'm going to remove the wavelength. Yeah, I turned it up. Now it should be gone. That is a new stream deck. It's one with dials. I mean, it has dials, dude. I'm going to add an audio input capture. I'm doing this again. This is, oh, hold on. We'll call it the wavelength, add source. Oh, it's still going. Yes, it is a Deck Plus. And then I press a different music. But no, I can hear it in the background. Again, apologies if none of this is making sense. I'm just hanging out with you. You're sometimes commenting. There could be up to, and I don't want to jinx anything, 6 whole viewers. For some reason, the Hobbit noise is still going in the background. Just let it be. Alright. It's gonna plague me till the end of my days. All sounds good! The dungeons. The dragons. Oh my. So many different sounds going on. I could throw another song on top of there to really mix it up. Anyway, where were we? You had some weapons. Dungeons and Dragons. We've just been hanging out for a little while. Does anybody have any questions? Again, this is just a test of the live stream. Already, I realize that my computer is struggling to make this happen. Hey, here's the computers. And here's to you, friends. Here's to you. Oh my, it's been a while since we've all hung out Friday night. I hope you realize that the London Broil is performing at the Colorado Renaissance Festival tomorrow. So get out there and watch some sweet jugs, my friends. All right. Best weapon to fight a dragon? No, that's a good question. Sydney, when you're going up against a dragon, gosh, I wish we had... Sometimes the music is what matters. But when you're going up against a dragon, all right, I can answer both these questions. How many beers are in your fridge, Dietz? I'm going to go with the same number that's in mine right now, which I believe is 5. All right? Now, when going up against a dragon, 1, you have to figure out what type of dragon it is. Let's say we're going up against a blue dragon, who I believe does lightning damage. And you figure that out by looking in what's known as the Monster Manual. Dungeons and Dragons, there's books that tell you things. Oh no, oh Deets, go get on that. I have my one right here. Alright, a black dragon, a blue dragon, a platinum dragon, a copper dragon, a green dragon. Blue, Electricus. Blue dragons typically prefer deserts and arid lands. That's fun. Look at that picture of that blue dragon. Rawr. Does some damage, all these numbers. Again, Dungeons and Dragons. The idea is we're telling a story with friends. And what you're going to need to find is this magical axe that negates electrical damage. Oh, it's a magical axe. You see it there. Has a gemstone in the handle, the pommel. And this magical axe I like some of these comments coming up. Again, we're figuring this out. Sometimes, great camera gods, please give us our signal back. I promise to pay tribute in the form of glass and lens. Thanks for being here, everyone. This is the first YouTube. I'm using this fun accent so I can hide my true emotions within a character. Cheers to that. This axe here dissipates electrical charge. These lines, if they come into contact with a beast that is electrical, it will do normal damage. In fact, it'll do a little more than normal damage, alright? That's a magical axe. Take that, Sydney. There's your axe. It's magical. It does plus 1d6 damage to creatures that are electric. Boogie woogie woogie. I'm sorry you can't see all that, but there we go. I do have a Canon, yes, a Canon camera up there. There's a Canon camera up above me. I believe somewhere in my Discords or somewhere else I have some of the pictures of the setup. Oh, that's great. Yeah, You're Grounded works well there. Again, I like these comments on the side. Do they? Yeah, they show up everywhere. I don't know if that's the perfect position for them. Maybe they can come down a little bit lower. But down there, I have things like potions. Maybe you gathered some treasure. Maybe you have inspiration. And that's called magic, my friends. Again, this Hobbit vibe. Deets, you get inspiration for doing the You're Grounded. That was good. That was good. Again, thank you for being here, everyone. There's up to 6 views right now. 6 views, 0 likes. We are making this happen. This is the first of what I hope is hundreds of Level Up with Louie streams here on YouTube. YouTube, where I get most of my digital video input. And gosh darn it, it's just nice to have my own television channel. For years I wanted one. And now, you know what? I halfway get one. Hey, cheers to that. I don't know if you should like or subscribe to anything other than liking yourself and subscribing to having integrity. Right? Deets, you're in here tonight, man. You're checking it out and you're getting some deep information, chugging in with those questions, and I love it. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and I pay for the Ultra account. I don't know what it gets me, honestly. But that's what I'm using, Streamlabs OBS on a MacBook Pro. But I am hoping, once Little Empire starts chugging along this fall, I'm hoping to upgrade to a PC so I can have a pure streaming computer that's... Here's the thing. Right now I have a Chromebook right back here running my lasers for Little Empire. I have 2 lasers. One is named Fireball and one is named Lightning Bolt. And they cut little things like this. And then I sell a bunch of things like this. These bags. I will mail you these bags if you go buy them from Little Empire. And I was hoping to make a discount code to have up. But you know what? All this is much more difficult than you could imagine. I think we're getting closer and closer to the edge of the end of the stream. You take your mighty electrify shunting battle axe and swing it at the dragon. Oh, that 18's going to do well, but somebody in the group also rolled a 1. This person slips on a bunch of gold. Their feet scrambling like Scooby-Doo running. As they fall face first into a treasure chest and the lid smacks down on them, doing 3 points of damage. I'm sorry, whoever that was. But somebody else rolled an 18, and they probably have a +2 or 3 as they take this battle axe in, swinging strong and mightily. The battle axe sinks deep into the neck of the dragon. It screams out. It might say. I mean, if you had a battle axe thrust into your neck, I don't know what you're gonna mention. How is this Stream Deck still stuck on playing that background music? Even though I said, no more! I pressed too many buttons at the same time. And that's why I'm going to try to purchase a PC. So I can have a pure streaming machine that I can set up and configure and I don't have to take down to do my work and other places. But then I'll be rocking up to 4 computers. 1, my phone. 2, this laptop, which I do most of the Little Empire designing on. 3, Chromebook, which runs the lasers. And 4, a streaming PC, which will probably be running Windows something 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 dark side. You strike true. Also, I need another computer window on the side just so I can have... That was great. Yes, Sydney and Dietz. Both of you in some sort of time flux situation. Both rolled a 1 and an 18. Succeeding and fumbling at the same time. Yeah, I need a screen with just large text for all of the comments. Yes. Thank you. Yes. And I'll get there. With your support! I mean, like, just like, I guess, like or comment. Like, it's all going great. I have no idea how this YouTube venture is going to work out. But already, I'm having a great time! I mean, if I couldn't spin around in a chair, I don't know if it would be as great. I'll be honest. Thank you, Chris. Welcome. You are an adventurer. You can download this right here from littleempire.com. LITTLEMPIRE. Welcome to the Stream of Adventure. This is the test stream of YouTube. This is where I figure out how to wear a scarf and if the mohawk translates to the internet. You roll a d20 die. You're an adventurer. Let's make it happen. An 11, fine. Roll away. You have a +4. So you rolled a 15. If you're going up against an orc, you're going to hit them and do some damage. If you're going up against a storm giant, I'm sorry. You just missed on your attack roll. Your damage is something like this. Depending on the type of... Depending on the type of item you have. Again, most of this video is just me making an edited video later. If you want to edit for me, I'll pay you, I don't know, $20 to edit this video. Dagger, hammer, mace, spear, battle axe, longbow, longsword, halberd, glaive, great axe. You roll a different type of dice. It makes sense. The solids. I believe there are 5 platonic solids. You have the 4-sided. And a platonic solid means every face is the same size in this. Every face has the same dimensions. A 6-sided. A 10-sided, an 8-sided, a 12-sided, a 20-sided, and then the one that is an oddball is the 10-sided dice in here. Because these sides are the same of themselves, but they are not the same way that all these are. The platonic solids. It's so fun that the polyhedral geek dice are based on the platonic solids. Do you not understand? Gaming is life. Life is gaming. Figure out the system. Game it. Maximize. But have fun. The rule of cool. These two dots are my horns. If you're listening to me, maybe you shouldn't be. That's all I'm saying. This is not the sort of stream, this isn't for everybody. Come by to the philosophy streams on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, where I'm allowed to get into it a little more. Corporate says I'm not allowed to get into it right now. The most I'm allowed to do right now is show you how many different color lights I have. And if we don't figure out how to stop this music, I'm going to go crazy on my computer. Thanks again, Chris. Good. We have had a max of 3 concurrent viewers. We've had up to 14 views. Good. And a couple likes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We just broke the YouTube algorithm, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, thank you. I'm seeing your comment here. You missed me. Look at that. There it is. At the Colorado Fair. I missed being there. It's been a lot of years. Alon is doing amazing. What a cool, wonderful thing that I get to be a part of. That London Broil moves on beyond me. Oh, what a joy. It's tough. But I'm rolling some good dice, figuring out the next thing in the new world. And I'm so happy that Matt, AJ, and Alon are continuing on with the magic of London Broil. Woohoo! I'm sorry I have to keep putting on my glasses. I should just increase the size of this screen over here if I can. Let's see. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's already looking bigger. No, Alon's amazing. In this setup, this is my Level Up with Louie setup, where we get things like inspiration and gold pieces. And we have a timer if we need it. And I can cast magic spells. Anyway. Alon's great. Oh my goodness. It's a special joy. And look, it's late. It's 10:30 now. Obviously, it's not all about Dungeons and Dragons tonight. If you are here, this is me hanging out, doing my first YouTube live stream. I am testing equipment. Already I see things are not working right. And that's fine. Because do you know what is working right? You. Cheers to you, friends. I mean, I could honestly hang out and... Okay, 2 things. 1, I could hang out all night. Alon is killing it. And 2, yeah, that tankard is going great. And 2, Alon is doing great. I'm so happy about like, now here's the secret. I want Duncan and I to come back on the circuit as the real Ghostbusters or the real London Broil. Just Duncan and I doing a show together as London Broil juggling in competition to the Matt, AJ, and Alon London Broil. Just for fun. Just for fun. How do I get rid... You guys hear that Hobbit noise right now, right? And it's not... I'm sorry, I don't want to be Hobbitish. Prime rib, exactly. Daisy O'Danny, I think, said prime rib back in the day, and she wanted to come back as that. Guys, thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of this this stream. This is just me doing the testing in the waters. I've never streamed live to YouTube. The last couple days, honestly, it was a mind warp of yeah. How do I get rid of that music? No, yeah. It works in the background, but again, it's like it's right now. This music is a ghost in the machine, very real. And this is where this is, all right, I'm getting into my Philosophy Tuesday, Wednesday here. I did do that once, yes, both to once, but the comments didn't mesh. Here's why I'm switching over to YouTube, is because I consume a lot on YouTube. Most, like, if I'm not watching Star Trek or a specific platform, I am consuming most of my input from YouTube. So I feel like I should be living, if I'm doing stuff in the digital world, I should be giving back to YouTube. So I'm figuring that out. This is my first live stream to YouTube. Usually I've done Twitch and Facebook. Facebook was great because everybody was there. And all of you were there with me on Facebook because you're friends of mine. And that was a great way to grow that. And Twitch was good, but I rarely go to Twitch to just consume. So I'm thinking Facebook. I don't know if this is going to be 100%, but right now this is what I'm thinking of. Good. So many things to go over with you, friends. We did great on rolling some dice. I think in the end, YouTube is going to work. I'm looking to go down to the Maryland Renaissance Festival and record shorts for YouTube. In this, like, I want to record shorts from my philosophy and future stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then yes, everything on YouTube. That's my goal here. Everything. I just want to make one place for everything. And again, YouTube is where I consume most everything, so YouTube is where I'm going to put out most everything. This is the first one I've ever done. Yeah, Ren Fair Shorts. I just want to go. I have a space down at my booth at Maryland called my Wizard's Nook. And it's a chair and desks and it's set up. So I want to go record some shorts about whatever. How do I get this music to stop? Now I am officially driven batty. Like, I have deleted it's playing somewhere in the background I can't figure out is what's up. Right? That gets rid of it. Right here it comes again. Oh, Stream Deck. Sweet, sweet Stream Deck. When I put my... Look, when you guys see my glasses go on... No, it is one of the buttons, but literally, I have deleted from my Stream Deck setup, I deleted the icon that was this sound. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do play audio. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to load up that same audio here into another Stream Deck button. The computer is going slow, which is again why I might get a PC at some point. Alright, loading up, loading up. This is the tavern. Yeah, I don't know how to get this to stop. It's like, literally, it's a ghost in the machine situation right now. I don't even know what else to say other than I have deleted this audio. I have brought back this audio. I have messed around with this audio, and this audio is still haunting us. I can just imagine somehow the Stream Deck at some point clicked into this audio, put it in a buffer, and then when I clicked around on some other things, another process took over and it just got stuck in that buffer. Like literally, ghost in the machine. This is just going on. Like, it might take me moving the audio. I wonder, okay. Hey, since we're here, I'm going to go literally move the audio file this is referencing to another folder to see if this drops it out of its play mix. There it goes. It's starting over again. Let me see if I can go do that. You got it. You're here. Again, this is a test stream. Thanks for being here. Streaming assets, all right. I like this folder. Goes a list, okay. I got some audio here. All right, I'm close, I'm close. Alright, ambiance, yes. Halfling Lodge, pull it out. It's in a buffer somewhere. I pulled the audio file out of the folder it lived in. And now it's still just stuck. Right, exactly. This is where it's like... Roar! It's a ghost in the machine. I'm sorry, friends. I'm turning it down now. Oh my goodness. All right, I think we should be close to wrapping this up at this point. This has been a solid, like, hey, we figured this out. We know we can stream to here. There's obviously some technical difficulties, but nothing major. Nothing horrible. I might not be able to press buttons as fast as I want to until I get a machine that's going a little faster. You all defeated a dragon somehow with a magical axe. And that's pretty cool. There were up to 16 views here, guys. Up to 5 concurrent viewers. What a day. If you need to have this keep on going, if you need to hear more Hobbit noise. Yeah? Yeah? No, my tech guy's gonna like it stinks because my tech guy obviously is me. And then I'll spend hours tomorrow or the next day. Like I spent all of Thursday to the point where I forgot that Thursday even happened, just trying to fix my stream setup and all the magic that goes with that. It's classic. And that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. So in the future, if you want to subscribe or hit the notification, that's super cool. I am going to try more and more to stream to YouTube predominantly. Every once in a while, I'm going to pop onto Facebook or Twitch just to keep that plate spinning and send people over here and then eventually let that plate spin down. One stream. I'm going to do some shorts from the Little Empire booth at Maryland. And Maryland starts August 26th, which is pretty much exactly 1 month from now. And then I'll also have North Carolina going with Little Empire, where we sell things for Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to go eat something. I'm going to go watch Strange New Worlds. Even though I've watched every episode, I might just dive into one. Or maybe Discovery. I haven't seen season 4 yet. Or 3. And I think I'm just on the edge of 4. Hey guys. Little Empire is at Arizona, North Carolina, and Maryland. And right now, that's all the booths that I can afford and that are working for me. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Dietz. Thank you also, Sydney. Thank you, everybody who's been here in a wonderful way over this last little while. This has been a test of the emergency YouTube system, and it seems to work. You all have a wonderful evening. I will see you soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dietz, Chris, Sydney, you were great here. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. Obviously, in the future, we won't have as much whiskey, and we will have an adventure. My goal here is to make a Friday night jam where we can hang out, do some very light Dungeons and Dragons if you want to play, if you want to get into it, and think about the Renaissance Festival on the weekend. I want to remind you that Bristol, I believe Bristol is going on. Colorado is going on. We're heading into Sterling going on. We are heading into Maryland and Pennsylvania, multiple fairs. Go out and see your friends and wonderful performers at these festivals. Go out and see the world. Don't forget to level yourself up. Don't forget to like yourself. Subscribe to being a good human. Think about others. We all get wrapped up in ourselves, for sure. But think about how you can be there for somebody else. Even if it's just a conversation or a phone call or a text message, do it. We're humans. We need each other. I appreciate you. Thank you again. Good night. You've already said good night, and I will say good night too. I'm going to try to hit this button. And sayonara. Don't forget Buckaroo Banzai. And there's a book about it too. Go check out that book.